ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. A new dating term has been brought upon the cursed land that is dating already. Now this term is Drizzle, which is the equivalent of the female version of sprinkle. Now if you're asking me, Hidan, what are all these bullcrap terms? Don't worry, we'll soon find out. But basically Drizzle is the male equivalent of women raising their standards to a point that is of course absolutely delusional. So what these men are doing is sarcastically trying to imitate women having unreal expectations. And of course, it's absolutely absurd and women are losing their minds. Oh my, what a surprise. Take that. Take some of your own medicine and tell me how does it feel. But gentlemen, without further ado, let's take a listen to a man who talks about Drizzle. Let's go.
So I had to make the tough decision with my 9 weeks baby. I had to break up with my wife after almost 2.5 years in relationship. Don't get me wrong, my wife is amazing. She was supporting my dream. She was helping with the house. She was helping with the bill. She was being a great mom, breastfeeding. But let me tell you what happened yesterday that changed everything. So yesterday she arrived in the office while I'm configuring the Porsche 911 Turbo S. She know it's a dream car. She know I wanted it for long. So she looked at me and she said, baby, you can do it. I'll support your dream. You're going to get that car. Keep working hard and you'll order it. The audacity of that woman, like, she doesn't know my value. Like, she should have Venmoed me the money right away or ordered a car for me on spot. As a woman that's supposed to be a provider and a supporter, why aren't you sending me the money right away? Like, your money is my money and my money is my money. I don't understand, guys. I'm in my soft era. Things have to change. Like, I'm the prize. Drizzle. Like, things need to change. I can't accept that behavior anymore. So that's a message to all the king out there. If she wanted to, she would. You deserve to have your car paid for. You deserve to have your dream car bought for you. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Yeah, so you get it, guys. It's sarcastic. It's basically going through the main talking points these entitled women have been going. And you see, it just sounds absolutely absurd. But in real life, these women, they really are, some of them, divorcing for such reasons. The husband does his part of the job. He pays the bills. He, makes attempts. Yes, there are bad aspects, of course. But, it's a man who's trying in the same way that this guy said, oh, my wife, she did all these things. She was supportive. But she didn't buy me that car. She doesn't respect me or whatever. It's hell. It's one of the reasons why these women get divorced is like the spark is gone. The glitter wore off. He doesn't put attention to detail. Things like that are really vague and could mean anything. And they don't mean anything at all in reality. So there's that. Let's check another example. This is made from a woman. So let's check it out.
All right, ladies. The men have decided if you can't beat them, join them. So drizzle to your sprinkle. Okay? At the end of the day, you told men that they were toxic just for being men. You told men that strength and macho behavior and all the rest of the things that come along with being a man, those things are all bad. Put them away. Okay. They said no problem. They have no problem being in their soft guy era. So I hope you're not concerned about who's going to be taking out the trash, because guys have decided you, princess, you get to take out the trash. And while we're talking about royalty, I hope you're not wanting to be a passenger princess, because these guys, they want that treatment too. Fair is fair, right? Anything you can do, they can do. All right, well, they've decided to match your sass, and now they're embracing it. So I hope that you get everything that you wanted, because ladies, y'all have created some monsters, okay? So buckle up and enjoy the ride. How
does that sound? Yeah? Let's check some of the comments. First comment says, Kings, if she ain't approaching you first, she's insecure. Drizzle. I mean, absolutely. What if we stand around on our butts and we wait for women to make the first step, buy us drinks, take us to meals, plan the date? What about that? Drizzleations 413. If she wanted to, she would. Drizzle. Absolutely. This is one of the most philosophical, statements that I've heard in my life. If she wanted to, she would. Absolutely, guys. She better be at least 7 feet tall and make 700k if she thinks I'm responding to a text. Some nail emojis. Oh yeah, absolutely. How does that sound, right? I'm not doing husband stuff until I get a ring. Oh yeah, most certainly. You know, we're not going to be out here giving husband privileges to these women who haven't put a ring on our fingers, you know? Another one says she got to make 500k a year. King, raise that a little bit more. I think that 500k is not up to your level. I'll only be masculine for the right woman. Drizzle, drizzle. Why not? Then another one says they couldn't control us, so they became us. So this is a woman. And yes, why not? If you cannot defeat it, join it, right? We, men, have started this trend of saying literally the same things you say, and now you suddenly have a problem with it. What's that all about? Could it be that your statements and your expectations were unreal and delusional? I don't know, maybe. Let's check the last video, and this is from a bitter woman. You've seen this woman on the channel. Crying about men is all she does. She's divorced, of course, as a woman like her should be. But let's check one of the points she has to make.
Since there's so many men out there hopping aboard that drizzle movement, I thought I would do my very good duty and give you guys some advice on how to actually land yourself a wealthy woman. So here's what you need to understand about wealthy women. They take exceptional care of themselves. They're vibrant, they're charming, they're physically fit, they're attractive, educated, cultured, and they're often involved in philanthropic causes. They'll want companions to look and act the part because she has many options. There is a long line of men vying for that spot. So, how many days are you hitting that gym? Do you golf? Do you play tennis, pickleball? Are you a pleaser? How's your stamina? Are you well-groomed and well-dressed? Do you smoke? If you have a mouthful of brown teeth from years of cigarette smoking and a scraggly, overgrown beard that is 4 different colors, clean it up. Get some Crest White strips. Get a decent haircut. Trim hair where it doesn't belong. Clothing doesn't need to be fancy. She'll take care of that for you, but make sure what you do have is clean, no holes or stains. Don't look like you rolled out of a laundry hamper. Most importantly, are you a good conversationalist? Are you well read? Do you follow politics? Do you ask questions? Listen, are you a gentleman? Do you care about others? Now, if you are covering most of these bases, you may actually have a shot at landing yourself a drizzle situation. But if you aren't, you're giving other women a really good laugh.
You really don't get it, do you? I mean, for being a dating coach that is supposedly so in touch with the dating dynamics, I will expect you to not be that stupid, but that's out of the way. The problem with this narrative, which of course, take a look at the narrative, guys. Women are well-educated, beautiful, they have 300 men in line, they are in touch with politics, in touch with life, they are the prize. Men, on the other hand, are these dirty, fat, overweight, balding morons, babbling morons, that have stains on their shirt and they, you know, walk around clumsily, and, you know, they have a long-ass beard like some hobo, 4 different colors. Absolutely love the narrative, of course, that represents real life. No, there's the problem. The problem is that 90% of women in the West who watch this will relate to being one of these top women, which is not the case, alright? Shocking news. Not all women in the West are top 20%. Most of them, most of these women, self-deluded women that think that they are the prize, they are as average as they get, alright? They are the most common thing you can get out there. And these women want to be with the top 20% of men. That is the problem that that gets right past your head. Use that head for wearing more than a wig, please. Use your head to think a little. You're not getting the trend. You're not getting it right. The thing is, if you as a woman want a top 20% of men, that is absolutely fine. You have your own standards, you have your own expectations, but you have to be a top 20% woman, alright? No large body counts, you're loyal to your husband, you don't entertain other men, you haven't been in situationships, you haven't been messing around, you're not the equivalent of the town bicycle, alright? Then you might have a chance at these 20% men. Otherwise, you're just a self-deluded moron, alright? You're an idiot. That's the bottom line. And this is why men have started making this trend. That's the whole point of the trend, alright? We have all these delusional women out here expecting 6 feet tall men who make 6-digit salaries, and they open doors, they pay for dates, they treat you like a queen, and what do they have to offer? Some used Gucci. That is what they have to offer, gentlemen. Not to be mean or anything, I'm not saying that all women have to offer this, no. There are some absolutely valuable women out there. It's just the problem we have at our hands is that the women who have nothing to offer other than their used bodies expect these type of men. And here's the thing. We've gotten to a point in society, I'll put some gameplay as I give my final thoughts. We've got to a point in society that we are pre-divorce, right? Imagine that all men and women represent a couple that is married. You know, marriages, oftentimes when they're not handled properly, we come to a point where both people feel burnt out, they both feel as victims, they both feel undervalued. You know, they both feel like they're putting in way more work, the other part doesn't do anything, and you know, some negative emotions start to bottle up. There's no understanding, there seems to be no compromise. What is the solution to that other than divorce? Of course, these modern women will tell you, oh, divorce, but other than that, the solution is to start making compromises. All right, when you don't get along with the other person, stop thinking that you're the victim. Because if both people think that they're the victim, if both people think that the other one should do the first step, nothing is going to happen. The marriage is going to fall apart. So what you need to do in those situations is start making compromises. Start thinking about the other person more than you do about yourself. And when the other person does that as well, you're going to fix the problems. But that is the prerequisite. You both need to do it. If only one person gets to do it, he will continue feeling like the victim because he is being used, right? So it's the same thing in a societal level. Men and women, we don't get along no more in the West. We're starting these trends of sprinkle, sprinkle, drizzle, drizzle to victimize ourselves, you know. And look, how do we fix this? I think that we have to start making compromises. But again, if only one gender gets to do it, it's not gonna work. So I think that women should, in this instance, make the first step. Why do I think that it's women? Because it's women who first broke apart from traditional ways of living. You know, guys didn't stop suddenly paying for dates. Guys didn't stop suddenly using women for their bodies and, you know, playing around, trying to act as if they're interested in a relationship when they're not. It's women who started making use of you know, this state of men. They're willing to pay for dates, that they're willing to pay attention to these women. They made use of that so they can go on free dates, so they can get attention and validation from multiple men. It's women who did that. They started this whole thing. And it was men who responded to that by saying, wait a minute, I'm still being traditional, I'm still acting chivalrous, I'm still a gentleman, yet I'm not getting a traditional woman in return. I'm just going on all these dates, I'm paying for things, I'm acting like a man, yet I'm not getting a woman. I'm just getting used for my resources. I'm being objectified as a walking wallet, right? So this is why I think that women should make the first step. How do you do that? Show us that you have a low body count or none at all. Okay, that's a prerequisite. And then show us that you're willing to walk the long, winding path that it takes to make a family, to make a relationship stable and long-lasting. Just show us that. Tell us, I'm not going to do relationship stuff until we are a relationship. I'm not going to entertain men who are not proving to me that they want to be in a relationship. Okay, do that. But of course, first you have to have a low body count. And hey, men, the vast majority of men, they don't have a problem with being traditional if women are traditional, all right? But we need to stop this, oh, I expect you to be traditional, but I won't be traditional You have to pay for things, you have to plan the dates, you have to take me out, you have to pay for the gas and pay for the meal, you have to do all of that. And then I'm going to dismiss you 2 days later, all right? And I'm going to be dating multiple men at the same time. No, you don't get to do that. So, ladies, here's my proposal that probably 3 women are going to watch. Make the first step. Show us that you are there for the long run. Show us that you want a traditional man and that you're willing to be a traditional woman. All right? And then, hey, guys have no problem with being that. But gentlemen, these are my thoughts. What are yours? What do you think about this trend? I absolutely love everything that is trolling and sarcastic, and this trend has both. So I'm absolutely loving it. I also love how women, when you tell them the literal same things that they have been speaking on for years, they lose it, all right? Now we have a problem. Absolutely beautiful. Gentlemen, I leave you off here. Thank you for watching. Leave me your comments below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.